How you doing? All right, so we're gonna do chicken cordon bleu. So you can see I've already pounded some of my chicken breasts. I'm using a tenderizing hammer. It's got a really rugged side. It's got not such a rugged side, and I like using the side of the mallet as well. I put plastic down for two reasons. One, I want to protect the meat, and two, I want to protect from spreading microorganisms everywhere, so it kind of keeps everything under wraps. I never use with chicken the big one. I usually use that only for like a pork roast or something like that I want to tenderize. So I'm going to use this side of it, and I'm just going to simply pound it out. And then I turn it on its side. Two reasons we're doing this. One, to tenderize the meat, and two, to give me more surface area, because I'm going to put inside of there cheese and ham and then roll that. Right, pounded all my chicken out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down so the shiny part, the outside of the part, is facing down. I'm going to take my Swiss cheese, which is a half of a slice of Swiss cheese. I'm going to take ham. I'm going to take 2 pieces of ham. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make it into a little pouch. Right, the cheese on the inside of the ham, I'm going to stick that inside the chicken, and I'm going to roll this over and make like a stuffed chicken. All right. What's going to happen with this now is I'm going to put this on another sheet tray with parchment paper, and I'm going to put it in the freezer. I'm going to let it get nice and firm, and then we're going to do standard breading with flour, egg, and then breadcrumb, and then we'll fry them. And this will be 2 of these per portion. Right, so now we've taken our chickens and we put our ham and our cheese on the inside. I'm not going to put plastic on it because I'm only going to put it in there just to get it firm. It's only for an hour or so. So I'm going to put it right into the freezer and let them firm up. We have breaded all of our chicken, right? We went flour, egg, breadcrumbs. Right? The breadcrumbs are nothing more than the leftover bread that we have that did not go to the table. You cannot take anything from the table, bring it back to the kitchen and reuse it. If it's gone to the table, it must be discarded, okay? I've worked at restaurants, or I've seen at restaurants where they take butter off the table and they put it into a big container and they use that to saute with. You can't do it. You have no idea what happened to that butter while it was at the table. Same thing with bread. But if there's bread that you were going to use for sandwiches and you saved it in the kitchen, it was in the kitchen the entire time, you know exactly where it was and what happened with it. At the end of service, if you didn't use it, you can have a bin, put it in the bin, let it dry out, or you can put it in the oven and dry it out purposely, and then you can grind that up and make your own breadcrumbs rather than buy breadcrumbs. So now we're going to go to our deep fat fryer. I don't want them to touch, so I'm going to put them in there gently, separate them inside the basket itself, so they're not touching, and then just gently set them down. Let them fry until they are what I call golden brown and delicious, right? GBND, golden brown delicious. And then all I'm trying to do at this stage is I'm trying to get color on them. These are still a little frozen. I took them out of the freezer and breaded them, but I also find that if I fry them right away, that they don't fall apart. All right? If I wait for them to defrost, then they start to fall apart a little bit when I fry them. All right, all I want is a little bit of color. That's not quite the color that I want. I know. No, keep on. It shouldn't take very long to get the color that I want. You're not going to want to walk away. If you have things going on in the kitchen, you're going to want to put them on hold. You want to make sure you stay here. You've done a lot of work up to this point. We don't want to waste it all by walking away and letting it burn. And again, all I want to do is get a little color. That's enough color right there. Golden brown, that's it. We're going to finish those in the oven. Make sure they come to an internal temperature of 165. That's the standard for any kind of chicken, 165. And then we'll be ready for service. Now you can stop. Now I will get rid of this. New one, chicken cordon bleu. We pounded them out. We made our, we filled them with our chicken and our cheese. All right, froze them for a little while. We breaded them. We deep fried them. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a thermometer. I want to go the fattest one in the middle of the tray. I want to go right in the middle of it, so it's at 202, definitely hot enough. Minimum internal temperature has got to be at least 165 degrees. So we're at 202 and 184, so we're definitely done. We'll take this out, put it in our steam table, and we're ready for service. All we have to do now is when the order comes in, put it on the plate, and away it goes.